5.3, solving multi-step inequalities. So first example, 11y minus 13 greater than 42. Remember, for the most part, we're going to treat these just like equations. I'm going to add 13 to both sides. When I add 13 to both sides, I get 11y is greater than 55. I now divide by 11, both sides. It's a positive 11, so my inequality remains the same. Y is greater than 5. All right, you try this one. 23 is greater than or equal to 10 minus 2w. Go ahead. Subtract 10 from both sides, and I get 13 is greater than or equal to a negative 2w. I am going to divide by a negative 2. Remember, when I divide by a negative 2, my inequality reverses. So 13 over 2 negative. It's going to be less than or equal to w. I'm going to rewrite it with the w first. W is greater than or equal to a negative 6 1/2. Here is another one for you to try. 43 is greater than a negative 4y plus 11. Go ahead. Subtract 11 from both sides. So I get 32 is greater than a negative 4y. Divide both sides by a negative 4. When I divide by a negative 4, my inequality reverses. And I'm going to rewrite that so y is first. So y is greater than a negative 8. All right. Now, as always, we also have to have problems that start off as word problems. So here's an example. 5 minus 6 times a number, 6 times a number is more than 4. I said 4 is more than 4 times the number plus 45. Now, before you watch me work through the problem, I would suggest that you try first, and then you can see what you got wrong. All right, to rewrite this problem, first of all, it says 5 minus. So that's going to be 5 minus 6 times a number, 6 times some number. We could use n or x. Is more than. If you remember, is equals. So when it's is more than, that's telling you it's the equality. But if something is more than, this is more than, that means that it is greater than. Okay, it is more than, it is greater than. The is letting you know that the is more than is not an addition, but that it is the greater than symbol. 4 times the number, so 4n, 4 times that same number, 4n, and then plus 45, plus 45. So this is the inequality that you get from what is written in words, and then you go through and solve it. I am going to add 6n to both sides. So I have a positive n value. So it would be 5 is greater than 10n plus 45. Subtract 45 from both sides. That'll be a negative 40 is greater than 10n. Divide both sides by a positive 10. When I divide by a positive 10, that's going to give me a negative 4 greater than n. I'm going to rewrite this n less than a negative 4. That would be the solution. All right. Another example. 4 times the quantity 3t minus 5 plus 7 is greater than or equal to 8t plus 3. First thing I need to do is take care of my distributive property. Multiply that out. When I do that, that gives me 12t minus 5. I'm going to copy everything else down. Plus 7 greater than or equal to 8t plus 3. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with my variables. Okay, this is a plus, not a t. I have 12t and 8t. If I subtract 8t from both sides, that'll give me a positive variable, which I prefer. So that would be 4t minus 5 plus 7. I can do this math here now as well. Minus 5 plus 7 is plus 2 greater than or equal to 3. Oh boy, take 2. Those people who are working in pen, it would be unfortunate. Hopefully you noticed what I did wrong and corrected it yourself. 4 times 3 is 12. T minus 4 times 5 is 20 plus 7 is greater than or equal to 8t plus 3. I forgot to multiply the 4 and the 5. Okay, continue working. I'm going to subtract the 8t. So I have 4t, and again, the minus 20 plus 3 is going to be minus 13, greater than or equal to 3. Add 13 to both sides. 4t is greater than or equal to 16. Divide by 4. T is greater than or equal to 4. And that is the answer there. All right, you try this one now. 6 times the quantity, 5x minus 3, less than or equal to 36x. Go ahead. Distributive property first, so that's 30x minus 18, less than or equal to 36x. I'm going to subtract 30x from both sides. It's a negative 18, less than or equal to 6x. Divide both sides by 6. Negative 3 is less than or equal to x. Rewriting it, so my letters first. X is greater than or equal to a negative 3. Another one. 2 times the quantity h plus 6 greater than a negative 3 times the quantity 8 minus h. Whoa. right. Okay. Go ahead. 2h plus 12 is greater than a negative 24 plus 3h. I am going to subtract 2h. I'm going to keep doing this. Now, I know some of you have already figured out that you could subtract the 2h and add the 24 in one step and get further, so you can do this in less steps. I, the teacher, need to do it in a manner so that everybody understands, hopefully. So I'm going to do one step at a time. Subtract the 2h from both sides. 12 is greater than a negative 24 plus h. That's 1h. I'm going to add 24 to both sides. So I get 36 is greater than h. So h is less than 36. Now, the next set of questions are unique. There's 4 more problems, and you need to make sure that you watch the next video for these 4 problems because they are different than the problems that we've done so far. So please make sure you watch both videos. Again, I'm at 11.5 minutes. I know I won't get through the next 4 problems in that time, and it's a good spot to split.